What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see daily Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell as well if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, before I get into this video, I want to preface it by saying I'm out of town currently. This is a pre-recorded video. If any Ravens news does happen, which I do not expect in the time that I'm away, I will make a video on my phone and post it, maybe a YouTube short. I'll probably also be making TikToks if you guys want to go check those out. Link right there. If not, no worries. The videos will probably be about every other day until I get back, which will be about July 6th. But if you guys have any questions and stuff like that, leave them in the comments section down below and I'll answer them. But it's the dead of the off season. There's not a lot happening right now with the Baltimore Ravens, so I'm not expecting anything really to happen. But I did still have a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about, for about a week's of content. I already made 2 videos already, but this kind of stems from some questions that Joshua and I have gotten a couple of times in the live streams, the live with the viewers. We typically try and do those now on Friday nights. But overall, the question is, week 1, day 1, who's starting at the tackle positions? Which is an intriguing question because the Ravens have tackles. They drafted a tackle. They signed a tackle. They extended a tackle. But who's going to be there? So obviously, if the Ravens were designing the perfect offense for themselves, right? Everybody's perfectly healthy. Left tackle is going to be Ronnie Stanley. And the right tackle is probably Morgan Moses. I believe that Daniel Falele was drafted for the future. I don't think he will be out there week 1. All right, now, I like the Daniel Falele pick. I actually love the Daniel Falele pick. However, he is a project offensive tackle. He is not ready to start in the NFL. He may not even be ready to play in the NFL unless he's coming in as an extra tight end. Maybe he's coming in at fullback. Honestly, we can put him at running back. Maybe put him at tight end, catch some passes, things like that. If he wants to be a gadget O-lineman type of person, he can play. But overall, he was raw. He is raw coming out of Minnesota. But that's why the Ravens drafted him so late. He is less developed than Orlando Brown Jr. was, and even Orlando Brown Jr. was not starting right away for the Baltimore Ravens. It took him a few weeks, maybe around a quarter to halfway through the season before he was able to play. The Ravens all of a sudden were like, you know what, now we're confident enough in you. Go out there at right tackle, play opposite Ronnie Stanley, and he did his thing. He put in work, and he did a phenomenal job. But I'm not expecting that type of thing to happen with Daniel Falele. Remember, because Orlando Brown Jr. was a projected first-round pick to the Ravens. To the Ravens. He was a projected first-round pick. And then he participated in the NFL Combine while injured and dropped all the way to day 2. He was much more developed than Daniel Falele is. So, when you're looking at where will these guys play, Morgan Moses is a right tackle. That is where he's played. That is where he is comfortable. That is where I see him playing. I believe no matter what, game 1, week 1, well, unless he gets hurt. But, if he's healthy, he is starting at right tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. I don't see him on the left side. I think the Ravens, when you're looking at your offensive line, you want consistency. All right? I don't think it's wise to go, okay, let's say the Ravens wait for week 4 to bring Ronnie Stanley back. Whatever. They don't want to go, okay, Morgan Moses, you play left tackle for 3 weeks. Then you're going to switch back over to right tackle. We're going to insert Ronnie Stanley, who hasn't played a lot, has never really played next to Ben Cleveland, who's potentially starting there. Morgan Moses has never played next to Kevin Zeitler. It's going to just cause more chaos than it's worth. So instead, I believe Ronnie Stanley is going to be back. I think week 1, Ronnie Stanley is going to be starting. However, if there is a setback, from everything that we're looking at, from the Ravens medical staff, what they have said, it looks like Ronnie's on target to be back week 1. That's expected. But if there's a setback, if something, that isn't reported yet happens and Ronnie can't start, I think Patrick McCarry is the guy they slide into that left tackle spot because he's the backup. He's honestly the backup for every position, but he's the backup tackle and he's the backup center. So that means that he will be subbing in. You don't want to shift everyone, right? You don't want to shift McCarry to right tackle, and then we move Morgan Moses over to left tackle, and then Ronnie comes back, and we move him back, and then take McCarry out. No. You want it to be the simplest possible situation. What is that? You put the backup where the starter goes. And Patrick McCarry did a phenomenal job last season when he played offensive tackle. It was shocking how good he was at the tackle spot. I was expecting him to be pretty bad, but he played great. And so if the Ravens need, they need 2-3 games out of a guy, it's going to be him. I think it's going to be him over Jawan James. I think it's going to be him over Daniel Falele. McCarry is that guy. The Ravens extended him because they know his value to the team, and it's being the backup. So let the backup do his job. But as it stands right now, it looks like Ronnie Stanley is going to be back at left tackle week 1, and Morgan Moses, who they signed, should be the right tackle from day 1. Now, week 15, could Daniel Falele be starting? Potentially. Maybe the Ravens love what they see at practice. Maybe, Morgan Moses has like a minor injury, comes out for a quarter, and the Ravens are like, wow, Daniel Falele came in, at the right tackle spot. Looked pretty good. Maybe we can play him there a little bit. That has possibility. That is a possibility. But overall, if you're looking at the Ravens offensive line, it's going to be McCarry at the left tackle if Ronnie isn't good to go. If something happens to Ronnie, it's McCarry on the left tackle spot. And the right tackle spot should be Morgan Moses. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comment section down below. But I feel like I'm pretty confident in what the Ravens offensive tackle spots will be looking at. The left guard position's obviously up for grabs. Don't really know who's going to, be winning that. We really can't tell anything from mini camp. Training camp, when the Ravens can put on the pads, when the Ravens start playing in the preseason, that's when we'll really see the battle. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content, and I will see all of you again next time.